Hi guys, this is the video that goes along with assignment 36. We are finding volume of cylinders today, like a coffee can or a soup can. I have a cookie tin here. Remember, volume is how many cubic units it takes to fill up a figure. These are cubic inches because each side of it measures 1 inch, but I could have cubic centimeters or even cubic feet. So if I wanted to find out how many of these cubic inches it would take to fill up this cylinder, I could try to stack all these cubes in the cylinder, trying to make it fit the best I can. It's a little bit challenging though to make cubes fit into a round container. But if you see what I did here, I squeezed them in the best I could. I have a layer of 38 cubes that fits along the bottom of the cylinder. But then I might be able to get more than one layer in here. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but I could actually get 3 layers of 38 cubes in this cylinder. I mean 38 give or take because there's some extra space in there. And so 3 times 38 is 114. I could get about 114 cubes in the cylinder. Now, probably there's a better way because, like we said, it's hard to make those cubes fit nicely into a cylinder. I want you to think about it for a second. Is there a better way to find out how many of these cubes it would take to fill the bottom of the cylinder? I'm hoping you're thinking if you found the area of this bottom, that's a more precise way to tell you how many cubes it would take to cover that. Remember, area talks about how much it takes to cover something. So let me move this to the board, see what we're doing here. So if I wanted to find the volume of a cylinder, I could really just find the area of the base, which is a circle. That would tell me how many cubes would fit along the bottom. And I could multiply that by the height because that's how many layers of cubes I would get in there. Now remember, the base of a cylinder is a circle. And so the formula for area of a circle is pi r squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pi r squared. That'll give me the area of the circle, the area of the bottom of the cylinder. And then I'm going to multiply it by the height. And that will give me the volume of the cylinder. Write that down. That's important. That's your formula for volume of a cylinder. Let's do a few together. Here's a cylinder. The radius is 15 meters. The height is 28 meters. So to find the volume, I'm going to do pi times 15 squared, the radius squared, times the height, which is 28. Now, order of operations tells you the exponents have to go first. So 15 squared is 225. So I have pi times 225 times 28. Now, I'm only going to multiply the 225 by the 28 because remember, you're always going to leave your answers in terms of pi unless the directions tell you to round. So 225 times 28 is 6,300. So this is 6,300 pi cubic meters. Remember, volume's always in cubic units. And again, only punch that in your calculator if the directions are asking you to round. And let's do one more like this. Here's another cylinder, but this time you have to be careful because they gave you the diameter, not the radius. And we're supposed to be doing pi times the radius squared times height. So make sure you cut the 10 in half. Remember, the radius only goes halfway across that circle. So we're going to do pi times 5 squared times the height, which is 6. Again, do your exponents first. 5 squared is 25. So we're going to do pi times 25 times 6. You're just going to multiply the 25 times the 6, which is 150. And so the volume of this cylinder is 150 pi cubic inches. And again, don't punch that in the calculator unless they ask you to round. We're always going to leave it in terms of pi unless they ask you to round. I hope that helps you with today's assignment. If you need any help, please make sure you let me know.